Let's bring in Dan Ives, Wedbush securities analyst. Dan has an outperform and goes from 220 to 230. Dan, that's, I think, aggressive relative to the rest of the street. What are you seeing, and are you worried that this particular phone cycle might not be as strong as priors?
Yeah, I mean, Carl, my view is services, that uptick, that's the key to the story and key to the valuation. Now, we're going to see double digits now on the services side going into 2024. When we look at iPhone 15, we think it's going to be a mini super cycle. I think if you look at the iPhone guidance X FX, if you take that out, I thought it was strong. And I think that really is the drum roll into this iPhone 15 cycle. In China, that's the hearts and lungs of this growth story. It was strong. Mac and iPad being weak, I view that as noise. We're buyers here in weakness.
What's your reflection on the price action today?
I think it's just what we've seen for the last year. The doubters continue to yell fire in the crowd theater on Apple, talk about valuation, but they're not seeing the bigger picture, in my opinion. It's the services re-rate, which I think is worth 1.4 to 1.5 trillion. The gross margin story, which is just jaw-dropping from Cook and Cupertino. And what I believe is now 25% of the install base has not upgraded their iPhone 4 plus years. That's why I think we sit here a year from now, $3.5 trillion market cap.
Yeah. You talked about the recovery in China, Dan. What about some of the softness we've seen in North America? What do you make of that? And is there any read-through to be had across the sector?
Yeah, and I think that continues to sort of be a headwind that we've seen not just for Apple, but for smartphone industry. But I think it all comes down to iPhone 15. I mean, that is what I view as a seminal release for Apple that's really going to be a catalyst, especially in the U.S., where you even have 35% that have not upgraded their iPhones in 4+ years. And I think that's why Cook, being a bit cautious because of some of the macro, but if you look at what I think the most important things, gross margins, iPhones, services in China, those were all check. And that's why I come out of this actually more bullish than 24 hours ago.
All right, I want to shift gears and get your thoughts on Amazon, because I can remember sitting with you on the day that Microsoft and Alphabet reported their earnings, and you were like, these two companies are taking market share from Amazon. Do you still feel that way after the AWS numbers we got last night?
I mean, Morgan, that's a flex the muscles for Jassy. I mean, this was really back against the wall. I think there were some share gains that we saw, and I think you saw that with Microsoft and Google. But for Amazon, this is a massive inflection point, that we've seen in the last year. I think execution, extremely impressive, and to some extent, almost a Superman-like quarter, with the red cape. And this is something for the Amazon bulls they're finally getting, as well as also what you're seeing in terms of the sum of the parts that's now starting to play out. Take a step back, big tech earnings, strong. I mean, to me, I think really big tech, despite some of these price actions, solidifies our bull thesis that a new tech bull market has begun, despite the haters continuing to hate.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, Dan. I mean, to what degree can you make the case that there are a tremendous number of haters around this group? You know what I mean? It's hard to find it, really, in the sell-side consensus. There's no short interest in Apple to speak of. Probably shouldn't be, based on how it's performed. And it's levitated by 50% on a year-to-date basis.
Yeah, I think, Mike, institutionally, many have been bearish on the rally. If you look at tech, I mean, if you go back to earlier this year, I mean, many thought we'd be seeing Apple sub 100, right? That was the call. I think what everyone's sort of, in my opinion, it's really about the AI gold rush. I think this is really going to revolutionize tech. I think you talked about earlier in the show, everyone's looking right now, 2024 numbers, that's the key. And that's where bears, they'll come out of hibernation mode on days like today and say Apple's overvalued. To me, I think this is a stock that ultimately is on that march toward its next stage of growth. I think selling Apple here, selling big tech, would be like leaving the Super Bowl at halftime.